In a world where injustice runs rampant, where the innocent suffer, the poor are oppressed, and corruption thrives, many cry out, "Where is justice? Who will set things right?" From the highest seats of power to the streets where the vulnerable struggle, we see broken systems, greed and cruelty. But Jehovah the Almighty is not blind to these things. For all his ways are justice, a God of faithfulness who is never unjust, righteous and upright is he. Deuteronomy 32:4. Throughout history, human rulers have failed to bring lasting peace and fairness. They seek bribes, exploit the weak, and turn a blind eye to the cries of the afflicted. Yet Jehovah's justice never wavers. He hears the cries of the fatherless, the widow, the oppressed. He has promised not only to correct injustice, but to end it permanently. The rock, perfect is his activity, for all his ways are justice. Deuteronomy 32:4. The world may mock righteousness, but Jehovah has already set in motion his divine plan. A king, righteous and just, has been chosen to rule with fairness, bringing stability where there is chaos. Look, my servant whom I support, my chosen one whom I have approved. I have put my spirit in him. He will bring justice to the nations. Isaiah 42:1. No act of oppression goes unseen, no suffering is forgotten. The time is coming when Jehovah will execute judgment, sweeping away the wicked and exalting the righteous. The foundation of his throne is built on justice, and his rulership will never fail. Certainly then, will not God cause justice to be done for his chosen ones who cry out to him day and night? Luke 18:7. So what is required of us? To walk in alignment with Jehovah's justice, to stand firm in righteousness, and to trust in his divine rulership. He has told you, O man, what is good, and what is Jehovah requiring of you? Only to exercise justice, to cherish loyalty, and to walk in modesty with your God. Micah 6:8. True justice will not come from human governments, policies, or revolutions. It will come from the one whose justice is perfect, whose love is unfailing, and whose reign will never end. The question is, when Jehovah's justice is revealed, where will you stand? Stay with us as we uncover the powerful truth about Jehovah's justice, his plan for righteousness, and the hope that lies ahead. Justice. Justice you should pursue, so that you may keep living and take possession of the land that Jehovah your God is giving you. Deuteronomy chapter 16, verse 20. For every unjust person who does such things is detestable to Jehovah your God. Deuteronomy chapter 25, verse 16. The rock, perfect is his activity, For all his ways are justice, a God of faithfulness who is never unjust, righteous and upright is he. Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 4. For a certainty, God does not act wickedly. The Almighty does not pervert justice. Job chapter 43, verse 12. He will not preserve the lives of the wicked, but he gives justice to the afflicted. Job chapter 36, verse 6. Understanding the Almighty is beyond our reach. He is great in power, and he never violates his justice and abundant righteousness. Job chapter 37, verse 23. Then Jehovah answered, Job out of a windstorm. Brace yourself, please, like a man. I will question you, and you inform me. Will you call into question my justice? Will you condemn me so that you may be right? Job chapter 40, verses 6 through 8. You will render justice to the fatherless and to those who are crushed, so that mortal man of the earth may no longer make them afraid. Psalm chapter 10, verse 18. He loves righteousness and justice. The earth is filled with Jehovah's loyal love. Psalm chapter 33, verse 5. For Jehovah loves justice, and he will not abandon his loyal ones. They will always be guarded, but the descendants of the wicked will be done away with. Psalm chapter 37, verse 28. Righteousness and justice are the foundation of your throne. Loyal love and faithfulness stand before you. Psalm chapter 89, verse 14. Clouds and thick gloom are all around him. Righteousness and justice are the foundation of his throne. Psalm chapter 97, verse 2. He is a mighty king who loves justice. You have firmly established what is upright. Psalm chapter 99, verse 4. I know that Jehovah will defend the lowly and give justice to the poor. Psalm chapter 140, verse 12. To do what is right and just is more pleasing to Jehovah than a sacrifice. Proverbs chapter 21, verse 3. By justice a king brings stability to the land, but a man seeking bribes brings it to ruin. Proverbs chapter 29, verse 4. If you see any oppression of the poor and a violation of justice and righteousness in your district, do not be surprised about the matter. For the high official is being watched by one who is higher than he is, and there are others still higher than them. Ecclesiastes chapter 5, verse 8. Learn to do good, seek justice, correct the oppressor, defend the rights of the fatherless child, and plead the cause of the widow. Isaiah chapter 1, verse 17. To the increase of his rulership and to peace there will be no end on the throne of David and on his kingdom, in order to establish it firmly and to sustain it through justice and righteousness from now on and forever. The zeal of Jehovah of armies will do this. Isaiah chapter 9, verse 7. Look, a king will reign for righteousness, and princes will rule for justice. Isaiah chapter 32, verse 1. Look, my servant whom I support, my chosen one whom I have approved. I have out my spirit in him. He will bring justice to the nations. Isaiah chapter 42, verse 1. This is what Jehovah says: uphold justice and righteousness. Rescue the one being robbed from the hand of the defrauder. Do not mistreat any foreign resident, and do not harm any fatherless child or widow, and do not shed any innocent blood in this place. Jeremiah chapter 22, verse 3. Look, the days are coming, declares Jehovah, when I will raise up to David a righteous sprout, and a king will reign and show insight and uphold justice and righteousness in the land. Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 5. This is what the sovereign Lord Jehovah says: you have gone far enough, chieftains of Israel. Put an end to your violence and oppression, and do what is just and righteous. Ezekiel chapter 45, verse 9. So return to your God, maintain loyal love and justice, and always hope in your God. Hosea chapter 12, verse 6. He has told you, O man, what is good. And what is Jehovah requiring of you? Only to exercise justice, to cherish loyalty, and to walk in modesty with your God. Micah chapter 6, verse 8. Look, my servant whom I chose, my beloved, whom I have approved. I will put my spirit upon him, and what justice is he will make clear to the nations. Matthew chapter 12, verse 18. There was also a widow in that city who kept going to him and saying, "See that I get justice from my legal opponent." Luke chapter 18, verse 3. Well, for a while he was unwilling, but afterward he said to himself, although I do not fear God or respect any man, because this widow keeps making me trouble, I will see that she gets justice, so that she will not keep coming and wearing me out with her demand. Luke chapter 18, verses 4 and 5 verses. Certainly then will not God cause justice to be done for his chosen ones who cry out to him day and night. Luke chapter 18, verse 7. In a world filled with injustice, where the powerful exploit the weak, corruption runs unchecked, and the cries of the afflicted seem to go unanswered, many ask, where is justice? Who will put an end to this suffering? But Jehovah the Almighty has already spoken. He is the rock, perfect in all his ways, a God of faithfulness who is never unjust. Deuteronomy 32:4. Unlike human rulers who pervert justice for their own gain, Jehovah upholds righteousness and defends the lowly. Certainly then will not God cause justice to be done for his chosen ones who cry out to him day and night. Luke 18:7. The day is coming when all oppression will end, when those who have abused power will be held accountable, and when righteousness will reign forever. Jehovah has appointed his king, his chosen one, who will establish a kingdom built on true justice, a kingdom that will never be corrupted. Look, my servant whom I support, my chosen one whom I have approved, I have put my spirit in him. He will bring justice to the nations. Isaiah 42:1. True justice is not found in human governments, courts, or policies. It is found in Jehovah alone. And he has made clear what he requires of us. He has told you, O man, what is good, and what is Jehovah requiring of you, only to exercise justice, to cherish loyalty, and to walk in modesty with your God. Micah 6:8. So will you put your trust in human systems that continue to fail, or will you place your hope in Jehovah, the God of perfect justice? The time for his righteous judgment is near. The choice is yours. If this message resonated with you, may you share it with others, and may we continue to seek Jehovah's justice together.